What's up YouTube, Mr. Llama SC here, and today we're going to be looking at the Bear Druid. This is going to be Maul. We looked at Fireclaw in another video. Now we're going to take a look at the physical damage of Maul right here. Now, it does feel like it has changed up a little bit. I'm not sure you can hit quite as fast as you used to be able to. Potentially. If we go and look at the Druid changes, they say Werebear now only uses the new attack speed calculation that was originally introduced in PTR. However, they raised the Werebear attack speed cap from 75% to 150%. Damage bonus per level increased from 8 to 15%. Base defense value increased from 25 to 40%. Defense bonus per level increased from 6 to 10%. And you cannot be interrupted while performing attacks or skills, which I think is the most important thing. You're no longer going to get interrupted. Now you're always going to be able to like concentrate to hit, which, or not always hit, but always be able to get your swing off, which I think is actually super nice and fits more into the lore of the bear anyways, which I do enjoy. So I have just maxed out pretty much everything down that line. I've gone Werebear, Maul, and Lycanthropy. And then I've got a point in Shockwave, point in Hunger, and just some like random points over here. I tried to get this heart, though it keeps dying, of course. But just kind of some basic stuff right here to really get the damage and see how that goes. So for gear, I'm just running Grief, Jalals, High Lords. I just had a Phoenix because I didn't have anything else to put. Fortitude, Laying of Hands, Ravenfrost, String of Ears, Bull Cathos, and Gore Riders. And then some shape shifting and just all res and whatever stuff right there. Again, slightly expensive setup, but again, I don't think you need this crazy expensive setup for this build to be successful. I think there's plenty of weapons, oath, and whatever sorts of stuff you can shove right here. That'll still be decent. You can definitely use some two-handers on this. You know, always like the bear with Bariza and things like that, or a demon crossbow or something. You can put shell runes into those maybe. Because again, I'd love to actually test and see what that max attack speed actually kind of looks like and feels like compared to how it used to be. I would say overall things feel a little bit slower in the current spot, but that's not to say that at the max range it isn't a little bit faster. And then something else to note is I feel like you can really get your defense way up. I mean, this defense on my Fortitude is like super low and stuff, and with all the bonus you get, I think you can actually get a really high defense if you want. And then you could also get like a Defiance Merch or something just to really get it up there so nothing can hit you. But let's go out and start kind of mauling some dudes. So, like I say, the thing that I do notice about this kind of immediately is it hits pretty well. Those are physical immunes, but we still kind of do fine against them. It hits pretty well for some decent damage, and I'll even go back and swap out my weapon off of Grief right here. We'll do, I was like, Last Wish, how about that? We'll do Oath, just to kind of bring it down more into more simple territory. Shell Pull, Malum, and we can just kind of run around here and see how the damage feels for this. With Oath as well. And again, you kind of just build up that attack speed, and is it the fastest build you've ever seen? No. I don't think so. But you do get to run around as a tanky bear. You do get to have some decent defense. You get to have that decent life. You get a nice attack rating and damage boost from it. The speed isn't horrible by any means. And of course, you can't be interrupted while you are attacking, which, like I said, is super, super helpful. It's like concentrate right there. So some people are going to say, change it back. I want to have the crazy fast attack speed bear. And again, I think maybe at those top frames, you might be able to get that crazy attack frame bear. If you're running like Maul with a 6 shelled phase blade or something, you might be able to still hit those insane frames. But at the same time, I kind of like this because, like I say, it fits into the lore for me a little bit better. We already have the werewolf. Why does the bear need to be the same thing as the werewolf, right? Like, why not make it a little bit different? Yeah, I mean, you could also do the F3 open socket Tomb Reaver with the jewels and shale and see how that goes and stuff. But it's like, why make it the exact same thing where you're just going for that max attack speed and it just kind of feels the exact same? What I really love is how they changed this to now be that new lore of the bear. You have the wolf if you want to be a little bit weaker, but really kind of go more for those attack frames and get that fury and get the rabies and kind of that stuff. And if you're going over for the bear, you're playing more of the tanky build, you're playing more survivable, you get to kind of have more life and defense, and you can't be interrupted when you're attacking, and all of the good stuff that comes with that. And then additionally, something that I was just looking at, I have 1 point in hunger, but taking a look at that, it was like super nice. So I actually want to kind of take some damage here. If these guys will actually hit me for any damage. Again, it's so hard to actually like get hurt. It's kind of ridiculous. Our character is too strong to take damage. All right, let me go find some damage that I can take. Will you do damage to me? No, I'm just gaining life getting hit from these guys. Okay. We'll go find another place so we can take a little bit of damage. Let's go to Canyon of the Magi. Maybe they will. And we'll... Perfect. Hit me. I need more of them. Crushers. Perfect. So we can go up here. And now, hunger actually like kind of life tapping a little bit, it feels like. So really gives you a decent amount of lifesteal on it right there. And again, this is just using an oath, which isn't like crazy damage or crazy ridiculous. And we're able to do, you know, plenty of damage. And yes, I have the fortitude and stuff, but we're able to totally life tap everything back right there. I wasn't even like mauled up to get our attack speed up to do it even more. I mean, I really think this character has, once again, like a lot of the other characters, moved up into a very playable area. I think you could put it, I mean, it's really hard to say, but probably in like a B tier or something. And again, will this be a character you can probably take over into Ubers and do some stuff with? I'm sure you probably can. And he'll be super tanky. This is also a character I definitely recommend for like hardcore, because you're just going to have so much life. You just have so much ability. Even with Shockwave, you have the ability to stun. And 1 point in Shockwave with all the plus to skills gets me an 11-second stun. So I can literally just run up to everything and just do this. And now all of those dudes are just stunned for 11 seconds. Okay, I'll fight him. And now all these guys are stunned for 11 seconds. You know? So it's like, you really do just get a ton of crowd control, a ton of whatever you want with it. It's super nice. Gives you a lot of damage and all these things. So, is it better than Werewolf, you're asking? I mean, I think it's just different, which I think is really nice. Like I said, I think that's where I really like that it is. It stays in this different form that you can still play, you can still have fun, and it's unique and has its own benefits to it as well. And I'm looking forward to this Let's Play. So, I mean, it's just wild. It's wild to me how many builds have really changed for the better, in my opinion, with this patch. And I think this is another great one. So, highly recommended, especially if you want to play a little bit on hardcore, especially if you like melee characters and want to kind of run around as just a big old bear and Maul stuff. I mean, I don't know what more you can really want in a fantasy game than that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace, YouTube.